One of the biggest issues that people make when analyzing an investment property is just focusing on the cash flow. What's up? It's Joe here with the Atkinson team at eXp Realty. I'm going to show you the other two numbers that you need to analyze when looking at an investment property. Most of the people I talk to that are first-time investors always go cash flow, cash flow, cash flow. I want a property that cash flows, but I'm going to tell you that's not the only thing that you got to be looking at, okay? So talking to experienced people that have made a lot of money, as well as coaching people on how to make their money in real estate, they look at these other two numbers. Okay, the first one is going to be appreciation. Is the property going to appreciate? Listen, I was talking to somebody just last week that purchased a property 15 years ago and it didn't appreciate at all. They bought it for $200,000 and the property is valued at $220,000. So these properties that were like right next door appreciated like $300,000. Now, why is this property not appreciated? The condition of the property was one thing. Also, the style of property was another. See, this was an apartment building. See, some properties just don't appreciate the same way that other properties do. Okay, so it's important for you to do your research, not only on location, but also on the trends of appreciation in the area, for the type of property that you're trying to invest in, and so on and so forth, okay? So look at the trends of the market. Is this property going to appreciate? Is this market appreciating in this neighborhood? Has it appreciated in the past? Okay, we can't see into the future, so the best thing that we can do is look at the history from the past to analyze the data to see what might happen moving forward. Okay, the second thing would be the equity. Now, everybody says, my tenants are paying the equity, but is that true? Sometimes you're paying the equity. Now, in those instances where you're going to be paying the equity, how that might look is either vacancy, you're paying the equity. If the rent's too low, you're paying the equity. We always want our tenants to be paying the equity. So how can we mitigate the risk to make sure that your tenants are always paying the equity? Number one, we want to make sure that our rents are high enough to cover and subsidize any issues that are going to come in with the changes that happen in the future. Now, you got to analyze things like condo fees. Are the condo fees going to raise? Are they going to lower? The property tax is going to be too much that the rents can't hang up with it. Are the interest rates going to go up enough that the numbers don't make sense anymore, right? You got to look at all these things along with the vacancies to make sure that the property is going to yield the cash flow. Now, you got to also make sure, looking at the property, is this property going to be able to follow the trends of the rental market? Is it going to increase with rent as it's needed to cover any outstanding costs? Are you going to be paying utilities, or is your tenant going to be paying utilities? You got to look at all of these numbers to make sure that your tenants are paying the equity, not yourself. Okay, these last two, when you sell the property, you're going to be getting all the equity. It's super nice that somebody else has been paying that, right? As well as you're going to get the appreciated value as a surplus on top of what your equity is going to be. Okay, so those are two really nice things. And then, of course, you need to look at the cash flow, right? So the cash flow is super nice. It's super nice to say, I got an extra $200 a month. I'm going to take my family out to dinner. Super nice, but it's not the most important thing. Okay, when you're combining all three as the pillars of buying an investment deal, when looking at the numbers and they make sense, that the property is going to appreciate, that this type of property is going to be able to keep up with rental trends, and that you got good cash flow, then you know it's a time to act on the deal. If you need more coaching on how to analyze a deal in investing, and you're looking for a real estate agent to help you with that, contact me. My details are down below. I'm more than happy to help you out in getting into your first investment property, or correcting your portfolio, or even just expanding your portfolio. It's Jared here. I look forward to seeing you soon. If you need more helpful tips, not only in investing, but buying and selling real estate, hit the subscribe button, and I'll be happy to hear from you soon. Take good care, my friends. Bye now.